Yo, what is good YouTube? Dubs here, back with another video, guys, and we have some breaking news, highlights, observations, and notes from another day here at Atlanta Falcons training camp here. And this was a big day because we got more pads on, we got some shells on, we got some more activities going on, and things are really starting to heat up here in Atlanta for training camp. And in this video, I'm going to talk a lot about the defense because I've been talking a lot primarily about the offense and how they've been doing, and most of these highlights are the offense, so you guys can watch the highlights for the offense, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the defense and who is looking good on the defensive side of the football. Now, the one name, actually, before we get into all of this, make sure you guys do me a huge favor and smash that like button so we get this video to all the Falcons fans around the world. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're new because I will be covering the entirety of the offseason for the Falcons and the rest of the NFL, free agent signings, trades, training camp, preseason, regular season, and I'm going to be live streaming games. So if you want to watch some games with me live throughout the season, make sure you guys join the family. But without any further ado, let's get into the video. So the one guy that really stood out to me was Zach Harrison. The defensive lineman was absolutely incredible. Bull rushing, second year off the tackle. Tyler Rabel into the ground. It was absolutely crazy. Everyone started going crazy because he was just electric in that drill. And then also, not only that, but he was also very productive, I should say, in the team portion as well, beating right tackle Jalen Mayfield around the corner to win a pass rush rep. So that was very, fun to see. But overall, he's quick. He's got power. He's just a very versatile player who, they are loving having over here in Atlanta. The third-round pick is trying to fight for some playing time. Right now, he's getting a good amount of playing time because Calais Campbell is on the NFI list. But when he gets back, I'm not sure how much more he's going to be implemented into the starting team. But right now, he is getting some first-team reps with these guys. You also saw a little bit from newcomer Kamoko Toure, second practice in a row coming out here, just having a very solid day. For the most part, David Onimana, very well spoken, and he's really a good leader on this team going forward, and he's being productive in camp. But one guy that everyone's raving about, and very expectedly, Grady Jarrett, man, looks to be amazing. Leader. He talks a lot. He's helping young guys grow. He's being productive off the field. So not only are his teammates loving him, but the coaching staff and the media loving Grady Jarrett. He's just, someone you love to see on the team and continue to see grow as a player. The former fifth-round pick turning into a stud player over his career so far. Caden Ellis, I believe his name is, lost a running back rep to Bijan Robinson, which is, not too surprising at this point. We saw what Bijan Robinson did to Troy Anderson, who is a pretty good coverage linebacker, absolutely blew him out the water. So every now and then, you're going to get a Bijan Robinson highlight tape over a linebacker, and that's probably what we're going to see a lot over the entirety of the season, man. Whenever Bijan Robinson gets a linebacker on him, man, Desmond Ridder better be looking his way because he is a guy that is absolutely electric, and I expect him to just make a ton of plays on the field as a receiving back, but also a running back in general because Bijan just been amazing. So we saw that happen a little bit. Micah Walker had a pretty decent practice, I would say. Let's see, what else do I have note here? Oh, Atlanta's secondary. That's one thing that I want to talk about, man. Their secondary looks lethal. They had a number of plays where, they break up passes as they allow a catch right there to Penny Hart. But, man, they were looking good, man. Jeff Okudah had a great day showing his quick feet, fluid hips. Jeff Okudah might be the day one starter. I think they stole him in that trade, if I'm being honest. He was like the fourth pick overall in that draft. Absolutely crazy value for a guy like him. D. Alford was another clear standout at the nickel position. He showed, physicality. And then you got a guy like Clark Phillips, who's been another standout as a rookie and could potentially be a starting corner on this team going into the season. But you also have Mike Hughes. You obviously got A.J. Trow, who's going to be a day one starter. Trey Flowers. There's so many guys on this team that could potentially win jobs going forward. And, this is getting exciting, man, because this is when training camp camp really gets fun because who's going to be the starter at this position? Who's like, there's so many battles at camp. There's so many things to note. There's so many things to go over at wide receiver, at corner, at left guard. There's so many different positions of note to talk about right now. So we're seeing a lot, man. We also saw Eddie Goldman get released or whatever it was. They brought in Justin Ellis, so he's been starting to practice. He's starting to, ramp up his, what he brings to this team throughout training camp. So there's been a lot going on right now. I would say the defense looks extremely scary so far, but the offense looks good as well, man. Drake London, Desmond Ritter building a sense of rapport. We're seeing more of Jonnu Smith involved in the offense. Kyle Pitts. Bijan Robinson looks absolutely deadly. Cordell Patterson, Tyler Algier. I mean, all these guys are really, really getting a bulk of the reps here with the team. So we'll see how they continue to develop over the next few weeks. I would say that the Falcons need someone to break out at wide receiver, whether that be Frank Darby or Kadero Hodge or J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. They're going to need someone to break out. Right now, it seems to be Xavier Malone or Slade Bolden. Look to be the two guys who have been standing out so far in camp. We'll see if anyone else can stand out because I don't think that Drake London, Matt Collins, and Scotty Miller are going to be the only three wide receivers used. I feel like they're going to have to run 4 or 5 at points in time. So hopefully one of these guys can really break out. Let me know in the comment section down below. Who do you think it's going to be? Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, turn on post notifications, and check out today's sponsor, Underdog Fantasy, if you want to be in a bunch of drafts with me throughout the entirety of the season. But with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Today's video is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. And if you love playing fantasy sports like football, basketball, baseball, and so many other sports, but also love being able to win money, you're going to want to stick around for this whole segment. Introducing Underdog Fantasy, the ultimate platform for fantasy sports lovers. Do you want to experience the thrill of drafting your team and competing for huge prizes? Well, look no further. With Underdog Fantasy, you get access to a wide range of fantasy sports, including football, basketball, baseball, and so much more. But here's what makes Underdog Fantasy stand out from all of those other apps. They've got quick and user-friendly drafting process, a unique and exciting game formats, fair and competitive contests for all skill levels, and attractive bonuses and promotions. Not only can you draft teams and compete with others, but you can also play a game of higher and lower, which is personally my favorite thing to do on there, but you can potentially win 20 times the money you put down. And if you use code MattyDubs when you sign up, Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100. And what that means is basically when you deposit, let's say $100, they'll give you a free $100 to use and play with. Click the link in the description to get started, or head to the website right now to start dominating the fantasy world. And don't miss out on all the fun. Be a part of the Underdog community starting now. And don't forget, if you use code MattyDubs, they'll match your first deposit up to $100. Let's get started. Get into drafts with me starting today.